help him because he doesn't.
No, I have camera. It's okay. Okay. So as
Yes, animation can be more popular. That's obvious, and that's what's gonna be. It's, let's face it. Nowadays, the images are, at one point, a lot of people believe in images. When you took my picture, when you filming it right now, people think, okay, it's real, and there was some guy behind it, and he filmed it. So that's reality. But what is not reality is you just, I don't know how you're filming me, but maybe just there. And if you're filming just right there, I have a beard. So it's really strange. And if you're filming really a long place, there is nobody behind us, but there is somebody here, and there is some people looking at us, and everything. So you're taking a little bit of reality. With animation, we know it's a deformation of reality. We know if you draw me, we know that there is something else, So that's great because we don't have this kind of objectivity that normally we think it's true with that kind of film. Animation is not like that. So that's great. We don't have to feel, oh, the guy is saying the truth. No, because the truth in the images doesn't exist.
can you explain me the difference between like animation which is successful, so I use this successful, and animation which is underground today?
So it's not the same thing that successful and underground. I mean, for example, you are underground. I mean, somebody was interviewing
Thank
me.
you.
No, but somebody was interviewing me, and there was this big camera and everything.
Yeah.
He was not
Mainstream.
successful, but he was mainstream. And you are underground.
Yeah.
So it's not successful or not. Maybe you're more successful than, I've got a website in France, and I know that my website on animation, there is more people coming to my website than some, maybe on television, some guy who think is known, and maybe like 300 people gonna watch him. On my website, I know that every month, I've got like more than 1,000, 10,000, I mean, I've got like 60,000 people watching my website each month. So I know that I'm more popular. I don't know if I'm successful. I don't give a care. People like,
maybe
I don't care about, no, but it's
mainstream and underground.
so that's it. So mainstream, it's underground. It's you do whatever you want to do. You like it. You don't care if you have a camera like that or a big one. You just want to do your job as the best as you can do and as you think you can do it. That's it. You love it. I mean, I love to be a teacher. I love to be passionate in animation. I love to be that, and I like it. It's like, wow, I was on stage tonight to introduce films, and I liked it. If people liked it, it's because they felt that I liked it also. So that's for me, what is underground. I mean, if I was mainstream, I was on the screen, I was like, thank you to Banjaluka, it was really nice to be here tonight, thank you from the French Institute, thank you from the French government, thank you for the world, thank you for... I don't give a shit about that, I'm not here to sell everybody, I'm here to sell what is on the screen, the film. That's underground for me. But don't do, you have to not to have the underground on one side and the mainstream on one side, because if you do that, it will always be the same, and that's a fight. I mean, I want the underground and the mainstream to talk each other. So one day, the more interesting thing will be maybe mainstream. I don't think it's gonna happen, but let's try it. You choose your life. I don't make a lot of money in my life. I don't care. I mean, I was in Egypt 10 days ago. I'm in Bosnia right now. I will be in Morocco in 3 months. It's okay. I don't make money, but that's funny because today I was at the airport in France, and I was buying something, and the guy told me, "Are you going away for holidays?" And he told me, and I said, "No, I'm going for work." And he said, "That's strange. Everybody's going to work." And I said, "But that's okay. I love my work, and I have a pleasure to go there. It's not like I'm going to work. It's terrible." No. So you know that, and you know what? As long as I can film with you like that on stage tomorrow, I like it. It's a pleasure for me.
Yeah, working and pleasure.
That's me. I mean, how many of us can do that?
So when you enter the United States and someone asks you business or pleasure, you don't know what to answer? right?
You're right. You're right. You're right. I mean, all my students, I said, what you have to do is to take pleasure in what you're doing. If you take pleasure, it will be good. I mean, a lot of people is gonna, understand what you say. If people laugh tonight, it's not because a lot of people say, "Oh, you're kind of a showman." Or no, I'm not. I'm just enjoying it. That's all. I'm not. Hey, I know you are there. Right?
Yeah.
You know me. I know you. I don't like that.
Animation and technology.
Whoa.
What?
Animation, well, technology is like you. I mean, like in 15 years from now, I will come to this festival, for example. You couldn't do that
Yeah.
because you don't have a camera.
Okay, for me it didn't change anything for
Yes,
my...
it changed. Yes, it changed because 15 years ago, you would have a big camera and you would have fits to put your camera. Now
So
you
tell me about what changed in animation.
Same thing in animation. Now you can go back to your place, and if you know some few things from animation, from Flash or from a software, you can do a film. It doesn't mean it's going to be good. It doesn't mean because you're filming it's going to be good.
So how technology can help for some movie to be good or not?
It can help. What it can do, it's more easier. So a lot of people, more people is going to do it. But it doesn't mean it's going to help. Technology is just a tool. There's still a man or a woman behind the tool. And if the woman or the man, I mean, if you are here, sincerely you ask some interesting question. I mean, you could be behind with the same camera and tell me why you are here. Are you pleased to be in Bosnia?
What do you think about Bosnia?
Yeah, that's it.
Do you see the war places?
You think people are nice and blah 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 and blah blah blah, but you don't. But so it's not technology it's important, it's you. It's the question you can have in your head, and the same thing for somebody who's doing a film. The important is not the tool he's using, it's the thing he has in his head and the thing he wants to put on the screen. 1914 and 1945, everything has been done. Everything. Motion capture, it has been done at the time. It's not with computers, but it was called rotoscopy, but it was the same. The thing that the movement is the best that you can have, that's the same. A big film like Avatar, like all these big films, it was done at the time. The thing is to put people in a world they don't know. Harry Potter was done at the time.
What do you don't like about animation?
When people are not true to the medium, when people just take the medium and say, I don't really care about that, it's animation but I could do something else. Well, I like if people will think about it, will think about animation, will think about, I'm gonna do it frame by frame because I want to do it, I want to see something with that. That's what I like. I mean, and I don't like people who just, come on, we're doing an interview right now.
No, you are welcome.
I'm sorry, and you haven't seen me in the jury. You'll see, I'm talking a lot.
Is it possible to be artist and later to not be?
And later to not be?
Yeah. To give up.
Yes, of course. A lot of people did it.
You have 1 minute to explain.
You can't explain that. It just sometimes, like you said, there is life, and life is difficult. So sometimes you just feel, okay, and sometimes you just say, okay, I said what I have to say. It's too bad. Nobody understood me, but that's done. And so you have to finish it. Artist is a great thing because a lot of people think about it, but it's not true. Artist is like, tomorrow it's terrible if somebody don't do beer or don't do bread. If you don't have a baker, it was like, my God, I'm gonna eat. Artist is the same thing. Sometimes you feel like it and sometimes you feel like, I'm tired, I don't want to do it anymore. But that's terrible. When you have a passion, that's why work and pleasure is good. If you really need and you really feel strong about what you're doing, you have to do it, by heart and à fond in French.
So do you think that people who give up from art just lose their heart or?
No, they lose faith.
What do you think about those people?
They lose faith. And you don't have, there is, I know nowadays it's difficult, but there is one thing much more interesting than God is faith. You always need faith in something. Faith in human being, faith in your art, faith in, faith in yourself, but you always need that to be strong with you.
10 seconds. Goodbye.